In this songwriting quick tips video, I'm going to talk to you about backstory. My name's Michael Carrillo, aka Hexspa. Welcome to my channel. Here I release original music making tutorials every Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to hexspa.com, join the Hexspa newsletter. I'll send you my music for free. So one thing that I know a lot of songwriters do is they just write whatever comes to mind first, or they're like editing in their head and then they just try to figure out the best thing. I say, why don't you just write it all out in the beginning? I've always felt it's a lot easier to work with something that already exists. Like I would hear bands and I'd be like, oh, it would be so much better if they did this, this, and this. And it's like, well, why don't you just go do that? Well, it's because they write in a certain way. I mean, they have a different style that I would ordinarily involve myself in. So you got to ask yourself these questions when you're writing lyrics: is who, what, where, when, why, and how. The 6 questions. I've talked about this before. It comes mostly from Pat Pattison. I think it's in his Writing Better Lyrics book. I'll put the link in the description. But basically, you need to know who your character is, and if it's you, what part of you is it coming from? It's also helpful to know where this story is taking place. Okay, if you come from a place of knowing all these details, then it's going to be easier for you to communicate it to your audience. It's like going into a speech having no idea what you're going to talk about. No backstory at all. I think most people go into a speech giving a presentation with some idea of the general flow of their argument or evidence or whatever. So when you go into writing a song, don't just put whatever comes to mind first. Ask yourself the 5 questions. That way you can hook people immediately. Go find your favorite song and find out how much information do they deliver in the first line. Like Black Cow from Steely Dan. In the corner of my eye, I saw you at Rudy's. You were very high. It's like you already know where this is going just in that first line. And those are the guys that really inspired me to get into backstory. Because once you do that, you can start throwing in like relevant metaphors and weird cultural references and stuff, because you start thinking about that. So definitely ask yourself the questions and your characters will come to life. So if this was helpful, subscribe, go to hexspa.com, join the Hexspa newsletter. I'll send you my music for free. And if you like content like this, then you can check the music lessons playlist down below. See you next week. Peace.